Let's get our final guest out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted he's on the show. He's one of the finest actors this country has ever produced. He's also a splendid gentleman to spend time with, Mr. Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart. Can you believe, Patrick, can I say your age? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Am I right in saying 63 years old?
Yes. The problem was that when I was young, when I was really young, I felt very old. When I was 12, 13, 14, I was never a teenager. I was never rebellious. I was never, you know... you could trust me. Not anymore. Oh. Utterly unreliable.
Is that because you're more confident now, do you think?
No, it's because I can afford it.
Ah. But apart from the hair loss, which I believe happened pretty early on...
What? Something gone?
My
God, it was there when I kept sitting in the green room. You saw it.
But you're a great-looking bald man, if you don't mind saying so.
Thank you.
The bald look suits you. I can't imagine you with hair, really. And I shan't try.
I was just trying to work out if somehow I could stand in front of you in such a way that your hair might be around my
The only way we could do that is if I managed to get all the top of your head into my mouth. And although I'm game, I don't know whether we have the time. Is it true Star Trek fans consider it lucky to try and touch your head?
Yes. So I'm told. I don't let people get that close.
What do you do if they try and get through the personal body space around you?
I punch them.
Would you let me touch your head for luck? I'll ask you in 5 minutes. Hey, come on!
Oh, I'm coming! I'm coming! Christ, haven't you heard of foreplay? I don't like sitting down while you do it. No, I know, it's a control thing.
Do you want me to sit down?
Yes.
This is one of the weirdest things I've ever done in front of a crowd of people.
I'm trying to build a career in this country.
Hey! It's not unlike...
That's enough!
But it was nice. It's really quite solid. Because I've never done that to a man before. A few bald women, sure. Let's do some Star Trek stuff and get that out of the way, because it's probably not your favourite topic of conversation, but at the same time, what a great achievement. And to take over series was that popular.
Yeah. Star Trek has just been voted. The TV Guide ran a sort of questionnaire. What were the 25 most iconic shows in the history of television? And Star Trek was #1.
Wow. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Sorry, David.
Can we show a clip of you in action on Star Trek? You don't mind seeing that?
Oh, go ahead.
Here we go. This is Jean-Luc Picard.
I understand your desire to live, but I want Picard to see your body so there will be no doubt.
Lower your weapons, or Buck is dead.
Lower yours or your son dies.
You know as well as I do, Buck, he is not my son. I know what you've done. Miranda Vigo is his mother, but I am not his father. You made it appear so because you resequenced his DNA, but your technique was flawed. He developed a neurological disorder. When my ship's doctor investigated it, she discovered what you had done.
Now he'll never pay the ransom. Shut up.
There never was a ransom. All he was ever interested in was vengeance.
Damon, is this true?
He's not a daemon. He was stripped of command.
They had no right to do that to me.
He lied to you so that you would help him in his plan. The Enterprise is closing in on your position. If you let the two of us go, they won't attack you.
I believe that was from Series 3, I think.
Yeah, well, it had to be, because you can tell what it's not from because of the uniform. We dumped the spandex by then.
Well, now, this is something, when you first start on a show like that, it must take some confidence the first day you walk out on the set wearing one of the tightest costumes in show business.
Not for me, Jonathan.
Oh. The aliens we saw in that last clip there, were they the Ferengi?
They were, yeah.
Okay.
I love the Ferengi.
They kind of look like I don't know if you've been watching Hell's Kitchen, kind of Edwina Cohen.
Yeah.
We were talking about your bald head earlier, Patrick, and No.
We weren't just talking about it, you were feeling it.
But when did you... Because you lost your hair, you were pretty young, weren't
19, yes. It was my last year at drama school. It was horrible.
you? And did you ever contemplate a wig, or did you go straight for the shaving?
No, no. I wish I had gone for the shaving. I really do. I went for the... Oh, God, this is painful, Jonathan. I went for the comb-over for a while.
No. Oh, you see, that got a worse response than I'd imagined. Comb-over. Was it a comb-over from the left or the right-hand side, for a start? I bet a right-hand.
It was from right to left, and it was...
How Spartan was it? How sparse?
It was thin. It was very thin. And,
Did you dye it at all? Was it orangey?
No, it was like your colour.
It was a kind of golden
Mousy.
halo of hair. Sun-kissed.
Anyway, shall I go back to the story?
How did
This
you do
anecdote. Well, I had this Hungarian friend. He was older. He'd been at drama school with me. He was much older than the rest of us. And he was a black belt judo expert. And I went to his house for lunch one day, and he and his wife. And at the end of lunch, they left the table, they went into the kitchen. I thought they were going to make coffee. They weren't. I was grabbed from behind by George Kishvalvi. And he helped me, and I thought it was some kind of joke. And then his wife appeared with a pair of scissors in front of me. And I knew what she was going to do. I was pinned into the chair, and I was howling and screaming, and she took the comb over, and she cut it off.
I had no idea it was going to be this traumatic. A black belt Hungarian pinned into a chair while his insane wife cut it off with not a bite, nor leave, not a maywe.
I can see how shocked you are. And
No, this is remarkable.
I was shocked at the time, and then George. But this is friendship, you see, John. Maybe you haven't encountered it, but
Thank Christ for that. Can we move on to the X-Men? Because I love the X-Men films, and I think you are tremendous in them.
Thank you.
Great films, and so great to see you with a proper sparring partner on screen there, Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian, yes.
Great chemistry. You guys get on well off screen as well?
We do, actually. I mean, we're more or less the same age. Actually, Ian's just a little older than me.
He looks a lot older.
Well...
And that comb-over of his is fooling no one.
He looks wonderful.
The presence of both of you in the film gives them a real weight, though. You know, it gives them a real kind of... It gives it a sense of gravitas. It makes it feel more than...
You don't find
like
Famke Janssen has gravitas. You don't find that Halle Berry has gravitas. You don't find that Anna Paquin has gravitas.
Clearly
you don't find
not,
that
as two of the
Rebecca
greatest...
Roman Stamos has gravitas. Come on, John.
I think what you're saying is, yes, they do give me the horn, but no...
Can you imagine what it's like to turn up in the makeup trailer in the at 6:30 in the morning, and there those 4 or 5 women are?
It must be fantastic, isn't it?
It's good to be alive.
I'm so pleased to hear someone enjoying it, because normally actors kind of pretend they're not swayed by that kind of thing. Yeah. Let's have a look at you in action in X-Men. This is from X-Men 2, I believe. The last series. I'm hoping there'll be an X-Men 3 in the near future. I don't know if that's been announced.
I think that's guaranteed.
OK, let's have a look at X-Men 2.
You haven't told him about his past, have you?
I put him on the path. Logan's mind is still fragile.
Is it? Or are you afraid of losing one of your precious X-Men, old friend?
Eric, what have you done?
I'm sorry, Charles. I couldn't help it.
What have you told Stryker?
Everything. The war has begun. You should have killed me when you had the chance!
Lovely stuff.
There was the best argument for getting rid of the comb-over.
You wouldn't have got the part if you'd had the comb-over, because, of course, Professor X in the comics has always been like a cue ball.
Yeah, well, it happened. I'll pass over the cue ball.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, in the comics, because I love the comics. I got them all.
I was... I had done a film with Dick Donner. He directed it. And I got a message saying, Lauren Schuler Donner would like you to come and see her in the office. Dick's wife. She has a production company. And I went in, and she said hello, sit down. Then she said, do you recognize this? And she held up this comic book. And I said, not knowing anything about X-Men at all, because I'm not a comic book fan, what am I doing on the front of that comic book? I didn't know that was Professor
X. It looks just like you. Professor Xavier.
Charles Xavier.
That's
yes.
it. From listening to you speak, though, you have this beautiful, rich voice, and it's a kind of like correct pronunciation, what we regard as that kind of like received pronunciation. Is that correct?
RP.
Yeah. I would have known that you were from Huddersfield, that you were from that part of the country.
Really?
Did you lose the accent deliberately?
I had to lose it, yes, because I spoke not just with a broad West Riding accent, I spoke dialect too. So it wasn't just a case of learning different sounds, I had to learn different words as well.
So what kind of dialect, what are we talking about? We're talking about the idiom being totally different, actual phrases and...
a little phrase. When I was a child and I would go to my friend's house to see what he was doing, I'd knock on his door and I would say to him, "At a lake and art." That's a lake and art.
Is that Japanese?
No.
Konnichiwa.
It's Yorkshire dialect. At a lake in art. Atta, are-you, Lakin, dialect word for playing.
Wow.
Art, out.
At a lake and art.
At a lake and art, yeah.
Wow.
You're sorry you brought that up?
No,
now,
but it's
aren't
just bizarre. I've never heard... That's such a shift in the language there. I mean, it really is. It's impossible for the rest of us to understand. At a lake and art.
But there are a lot of people up in Yorkshire that understand that.
Tuning in for the first time. Mother! What out...
For the first time... For the first time, I can understand what one of them buggers is saying. That's the Jonathan Ross show.
Is this like a secret village that only appears every 13 years or something?
Yeah.
And when they went back, it was gone. Patrick, really nice to see you. I can't believe you're not a sir. What's going on? How come you're not a sir? You've got... McKellen's got it. Why aren't they giving you one?
I don't know. Maybe I was out of the country for too long, but I'm home now. I'm living here. This is home again now.
Patrick Stewart, OBE. I want to see you on the honours list this year.
Thank you, John.
I want to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Stewart, thank you so much. Fantastic. Thank you.
I go now.
Patrick Stewart, you can go and relax and have a drink. Thank you. Thank you.